Konnichiwa, Minna. Today I want to talk to you about verb conjugation. All right. So after this short video, you should be able to explain the differences between mass form and the loose form. And secondly, you should be able to carry out the conjugation procedures. All right. So quickly, in Japanese, we have two types of verbs, but in three kinds. All right, one is the regular, one is the irregular. And I'm not going to talk about irregular much because it's irregular. You just need to remember them. All right, and it's very few. We only have a suru and kuru for Japanese one. All right, so pretty simple. Let's not talk about irregular. But for the regular, you have two kinds. One is called the Uber. One is called the Luber. You should have read about it in the textbook. Okay, you have the Luber and you have the Uber. Okay, so that is the two kinds and three types. Now, so what's the rule for conjugation? All right, we'll get into why we conjugate later, but the rule here is that when it is a Luber, all you have to do is drop the lu, a must. Okay, I repeat, drop the lu, a must when it is a Luber. Simple. The second rule says that when it is a Uber, right, you change the last U sound to E sound. Then you add must, just like here, the U to E. That is why the mu become me. Okay, mu to me. That's it. That's the two rules. All you have to do is, figure out is a Uber or Luver. Okay, so if you remembered at the beginning of the semester, I asked you guys to remember this chart, and now this chart will come in handy. All right, why? You know, here we have only 5 vowels in Japanese, a, I, U, E, O, right? And the akasa, tana, hama, yara wa on top of it. All right. So if you remember no mu, where's the mu? Right here. And you change to me, right? On top of it. And that is the trick you want to remember. So you remember this chart, you will have your conjugation for the Uber easily. Okay. So all you have to do is change U to E, U to E, U to E for any ending of the Uber. All right. So here you see I say dictionary form. That means all the Japanese verbs are ended with these characters. And you can find it in the dictionary. That is why it's called a dictionary form. All right. On the other hand, we are learning the conjugating the mass form for this chapter. So the mass form is right here in the second row. Every single one of it had a purpose, but our focus right now is the mass form. Okay. So all you have to do is U to E, 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 and whatever you see, U to E. All right. Cool. Good. That's the rule, two rules. Okay. Now, why do we conjugate? Why? Okay. どうしてルーフォームがマスフォームに変わる? Many of you or some student told me many is changing to the present tense. Well, yes and no. Okay. Because it is all present tense. So for that, let's take a look at the English here. We have a present positive, present negative, past positive, and past negative. All right, 2 tense and 4 aspects. So EA, don't eat, and didn't eat. You know that. So it's nothing to do with this for just yet, because changing from lu to mas is only accounted for politeness. Meaning when you say taberu, you are being very casual, informal, talk to your friend, family, using the dictionary form. All right, it's not impolite. Okay, so don't get me wrong, it's not impolite at all, just being informal, casual. But when you talk to somebody you don't know well, like your boss, your teacher, or whoever, a little bit, at the situation you need to be a little bit more formal, being polite, you will conjugate to the mas von using that. Okay, so it's not about present or past or whatever. You will learn about the past and present negative and past positive and past negative a little bit later. In fact, chapter four is about the past positive. All right, but we'll get into that soon. All right, so again, don't forget, just casual and polite. All right, that is the only reason we do in the conjugation from do to mas. Good. Again, here, okay, all you have to do is move up. U to E, U to E. We got that mas form, being polite. All right, so let's do a little practice here. So for example, iku. Oh, iku. How do I conjugate to mas form? This is dictionary form, kuki, kuki, kuki. Yep. Ikimasu, right? Good. How about kaeru? Ruri, ruri, ruri. This one is a Uber. Uber. The book, when you work on your vocab, you'll see it tells you as a Uber or Uber. This one is a Uber. So ruri, ruri, kaeli, Mars. All right. This one is U for sure. Right? It doesn't end with the ru. So kiku, kiku, kuku, kuki, kuki, kikimasu. Yes. How about nomu? Yeah, we got this already. Nomimasu. All right. How about hanasu? Hanasu, sushi, sushi. Like sushi, I love sushi. You know that. Su become si. Hanashimasu. Yomu wa? Yomimasu. Okiru wa? Okiru is a ruler, so drop the ru, a mas, okimasu. Taberu, you saw it earlier, tabemasu. Neru, nemasu. Right, yes. Miru, you might not remember the meaning of this word, but you don't need to know the meaning. That's the beauty part of the grammar. You don't need to know the meaning of the word. You can conjugate. All right, nomu will be nomimasu. All right, so be careful. Why? Because it is a irregular and you conjugate into shimasu. Right? Shimasu. Suru, shimasu. And kuru is another irregular, only two of them right now. All right, kimasu. Right? Kuru become kimasu. All right, so that is a rule. Again, work on your chart. If you don't remember or you have not mastered them yet, go to the course, download the chart, and write it again and again and again. Once you get this one done, your grammar is done too. Okay, so that is the U to E for the Uber. All right, and like I say, all this verb here, you do not need to know the meaning. You can conjugate. All right, au, aimasu, yamu, yamimasu, and so on and so forth. Okay, so find any verb and try it for yourself. Okay, so the rule is simple again here. If it's a do verb, drop the ru, a masu. If it's a Uber, change the last sound to e, mu to me. All right, so in the book, there's a lot of examples. So you practice, and any question, please feel free to send me an email. Okay, so 頑張ってくださいね。さようなら。